Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Ross, it's Roy Keane's birthday, man.
It is Roy Keane's birthday, and it's yours tomorrow, man. Two absolute legends of the game. Would have been one of the best midfields of all time. Maybe you might have, 12 years on you or something. But yeah, it would have been great midfield partnership.
Who else's birthday is tomorrow, by the way?
I don't know, man. You tell me.
Joe Rogan.
Oh, Joe Rogan. The two kings of the podcast game. The two top-of-the-range centre midfielders.
Who else's birthday is you share a birthday with?
Who do I share a birthday with? I think I share a birthday with Lance Armstrong. You know that?
Yeah, the two biggest dopers in the game. But if you are new to the Energized show, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to hit the bell because we're here every week, aren't we, Roscoe?
Yeah, here every week, twice a week.
Ross, I didn't overly look into how we got on with our Euro predictions.
I actually forgot we made them. You know that?
Yeah, but I think we actually got them all right, bar the Copenhagen one. But with the Champions League, I think we were spot on with everyone.
Yeah, did I say Lyon will go through?
Yeah.
I think I flirted with it for ages, didn't I?
No. We broke it down last week, and we were like, right, we actually think Lyon will qualify, but because Saturday night is coming up, and I wanted to watch Juventus against either
City or Madrid.
I was just being biased towards Juventus, but Juventus got the 2-1 win, so we were correct, even though we wanted a bigger game. But it is what it is, really, Ross. But we should probably start off there. Ronaldo, he got the win for Juventus against Lyon. They didn't qualify now, and then Sarri's after getting the boot from Juventus.
Yeah, the win wasn't enough. For Ronaldo scored an absolute worldie with the left foot. It was one of the best goals of the season in the Champions League this year, as far as I'm concerned. But it wasn't enough. Strangely enough, since Ronaldo has got to Juventus, he's scored every single one of their knockout phase goals in the Champions League. He's a one-man army there at Madrid or at Juventus, and I think everyone was sort of salivating for him to play Real Madrid the next round. Both teams were knocked out. Two European giants kicked out of the competition. So that's what happens in the Champions League. You know what I mean? European giants fall, and at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. Olympique Lyon showed that they were good cup football inside, and they got the job done, which is most important. But I think the question coming out of this tie is, where's Ronaldo going to go from here? Do you reckon he leaves Juventus? Do you reckon he stays at Juventus? What's your take on it? Because Andre Pirlo is the new Juventus manager.
It's too much suave on that bench. He could probably still put in a good shift. I was only thinking there that they could have got Zidane back, because there's a lot of trouble there in Real Madrid, and Zidane come to Juventus, no one had to use Ronaldo. But I'm not too sure. What's Ronaldo does Ronaldo stay there? I know we talked about it at training the other day. Why doesn't he go to Bayern for a season, win there? Why doesn't he go to Celtic for a season, win there? Go to Man United the year after, win there?
Well, his options are sort of endless. I think he's just such a high-waged man that it's hard to sort of see where he's going to go. I think one option that he definitely has that's probably realistic is PSG. They can definitely afford his wages one way or the other.
Yeah.
And I think him, Neymar, and Mbappe would be a frightening front three. It'd be a lot of pace and a lot of trickery. So it'll be interesting to see where he does go. But let's give credit where credit's due. Lyon over two legs. They got the job done. They won 1-0 over in Turin, and then they played a great game of football to, hold off Juventus and Ronaldo.
I know. The dark horses.
They are the dark horses. I did say in the last video that they are the dark horse of the competition. And at the end of the day, from here on out, which I almost feel like we've been robbed of unbelievable, fantastic football matches, it's only going to be one game apiece. So, any dog can win on their day.
Yeah. And with someone like Depay up front, like leading your line, he can do stuff.
I know he seems fearless as well. Those young players, they seem to be riled up for it, and they seem to, they're not. How can I say? They're not stunned by the occasion.
Is there anyone in that team that you look at and you're like, they're really, really good and big teams could come in from? Because if you look a few years ago, remember Monaco, they destroyed Man City, and then all of a sudden there's the Mbappes,
Fabinho.
De Silva's,
Martial, Bernardo
Mendy's.
Silva. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all gone.
Do you think there's going to be a part two, or was that
I
just
really like that guy midfield, Aurier, I think his name is. It's like Aurier. He looks very, very good. I don't know particularly from. I actually think he's French, but I think he's sort of like of Algerian descent. He looks very good in midfield. He actually made the run into the box, I think, to get fouled for the penalty at the start of the game. So
That was never a
he's
foul.
definitely one to look out for.
That was both penalties should never have been penalties. I don't know how they were given.
Yeah, what's the story with VAR there?
The VAR was taking a piss.
Yeah.
We like play on. The referee is correct, but yeah. So Juventus are out, which is it's actually sort of disappointing. But we move on. Ross, another game. Man City knocked out Real Madrid. We already talked about that a bit, but we may as well get into it a bit more. What was Varane doing, man?
Man, 2-1 in the Bernabeu and then 2-1 in the Etihad. Varane gifting both goals for Man City. It was if he turned into Dejan Lovren for a game or something like that. It was a comedy of errors. Maybe it goes to show. Maybe it goes to show that without Ramos by his side, his confidence drops and he starts making stupid mistakes. Maybe he isn't this absolute world beater defender that everyone sort of described him as for the last 5-10 years. Now, I don't think you should maybe judge him that badly off one bad performance, but this is what really mattered. The Champions League is almost Real Madrid's bread and butter, and when it came down to it, he did not show up.
I couldn't believe it. It was a great game to watch, though. But it's just like I was talking to Johnny on the phone watching the game, and he was like, "Oh, I'd love to get Sergio Ramos, but actually he's too old. I'll get Varane." And then 5 minutes into the game, Varane absolutely sinks the ship for Real Madrid.
Yeah, he really did. One player I want to touch on for Real Madrid is Karim Benzema. He's made this year. He scored the goal scored a header. I think that actually shows that glaring weakness in Man City's team. Fernandinho starting at centre back. When Benzema's getting up and winning the headers and scoring headers against you, I don't think that says rave your defence.
Yeah, he was also captain for the game as well.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, he's become the main man up front for them this year. And I think in the Champions League knockout phases for Real Madrid in his entire career, he's been involved in the goal every 93 minutes. You wouldn't almost think about that about Karim Benzema, but that's the truth.
No, he's had a great career there. Obviously, unfortunately, his international career hasn't been as good. But that Real Madrid,
it's been non-existent.
Yeah, I know. But that Real Madrid team, when I was looking at it, I was like, that's not actually overly that impressive.
No, I don't think anyone would actually fear them. I always think if you took the white Real Madrid jersey off someone, or you took the blue Man City jersey off them, and you put them in, say a Wolves jersey, would you go, that team is very good? And I looked at the Real Madrid team and I don't think it's that special, especially without Bale.
Yeah, and then Hazard just hasn't really seemed to do anything. I know he's been out injured, but he hasn't really stepped up at all.
I actually expected Hazard, and I actually texted into one of the WhatsApp groups this time. I was like, Hazard's going to shine tonight. He's back playing in England, back where he's used to, back where he sort of showed he's one of the top talents in the world. And he barely got a kick all night. He really didn't, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think those tactics suit him, the 4-3-3. I think he needs to be in the middle.
Yeah, potentially so. Maybe they need to more do a 4-2-3-1. Although Benzema probably prefers that bit of support up there.
Yeah, but when you're buying a player for that much money, you sort of need to work it around him.
Yeah, but you want him to be in the goals anyway, one way or the other, and he's not in the goals.
Well, Real Madrid have done that before. Remember they bought Kaká and Ronaldo. It's sort of out, lads.
But but that ended up working out all right for them.
Yeah, Kaká just didn't play.
And fairness, Kaká was all right there. I think he was harshly criticised. He wasn't the worst anyway.
Nah, man.
But definitely bigger flops.
Nah, man.
Man, Kaká was not bad at Real Madrid.
Yeah, he was.
No, he just definitely was. I'm not having that now.
What, you think Kaká was world class at Real Madrid?
I don't know if I go as far as say world class, but he was definitely one of the better players in the team. So,
no, if he was signed as a world class player and didn't play to the level of world class, then they just
Man, he
wasn't
won a
it.
Ballon d'Or before he got there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, he
it
peaked.
was a tough season to like come to Real Madrid and be like, right, do that again. You know what I mean? It's like, by the way, there's Ronaldo. Make sure you give him the ball.
No, Ronaldo. No, Kaká had won the Ballon d'Or like 3 years before that, or if not 2 years before that.
I don't think it was that long before anyway.
It was because Ronaldo won it at Man United, and then the year after he didn't win it. Messi won it, and then that year after Ronaldo went to Real Madrid. So Kaká won it like 2, if not 3 years before that. He was definitely in decline when that happened anyway. But like I mean, I didn't know you were such a Kaká fan. Like,
Love him, man.
I know, yeah,
I was a big fan of Orlando, you see.
yeah. I thought so. You went there on holidays once. That's what. Shout out Nanny flying the flag there, and Sean
Yeah,
St. Ledger
man.
was there as well. Sean St. Ledger's best mate is actually Kaká. But so that
You know,
means
just to touch on Man City then,
yeah,
who actually have gone through.
yeah,
Gabriel Jesus played very, very well in that game. He really capitalised on Varane's mistakes. He looks like, we sort of touched on it in a few previous videos. We were talking about, Aguero's replacement. Maybe he is the man to get the job done. He seems to be quite the poacher, one might even say. And he shows up in the right place at the right time for them all the time.
Who would you say is better, Richarlison or
Jesus? I'd say Jesus, to be honest. Although it's maybe harsh to say that on Richarlison. If put Richarlison centre forward in the Man City team, I'm sure he'd score a lot of goals too. But if I have to pick, I'm going to pick Jesus.
Yeah, he's very crafty and he's still very young. I think he's only about 22 now. And then, but you know what, Sterling, man, like he's actually just a worse finisher than Rashford.
Yeah, his finishing's always been the thing that sort of let him down. But at the end of the day, he scored the opener. Now, it was absolute open goal, but he put the ball in the net, and I think that's his 25th goal of the season in all competitions. So Man City created enough chances for Raheem Sterling that his finishing doesn't have to get that much better.
Yeah, that's actually a crazy thing to even say. But like he sort of just doesn't take a breath, or it's not like such a natural instinct.
But the only thing with him is he's the number one winger on the team sheet, as in like Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, and Sterling. Like Sterling's always on the left, and the other two have to sort of fight it out for the spot on the right.
Yeah,
and I think that's why Leroy Sané left, because like Guardiola's like, I'm picking Sterling.
Yeah, which is fair. Also, like the way the English football is, you always have to try and use as many English players as you can, bar in the defence, as John Stones can tell. But Ross, where do Real Madrid and Juventus go from here now as well? Because like they both have like aging squads.
Well, I think Real Madrid have done a good job of sort of changing their squad around. Like they have Courtois in goal; he's not that old. They have Mendy at left back now. Varane's not that old. In terms of the midfield, it is pushing on a bit. But like they have Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. coming through, so they are in a bit of a sort of a transformation at the moment. They seem to be doing a better job than Barcelona. Now I know Barcelona are still in the Champions League and they bowled over Napoli, but in terms of the Real Madrid's aging squad versus Barcelona's aging squad, I think Barcelona are more trouble than Real Madrid are.
Right, well then we'll start with Barcelona then, Ross. They obviously beat Napoli 3-1. The game was basically wrapped up at half time. They're taking on Bayern, who are your favourites to win the Champions League. So what do you make of Barcelona, and is this their final year with Messi to win the Champions League?
I probably think it's their last chance to win the Champions League. I can't see them doing it again next year. They have some really aging players: Messi, Suarez, Rakitic, Busquets, Alaba, Piqué. Like they're all on the wrong side of 30. So if I had to guess, I would say probably their last chance.
Yeah, I'd agree. It almost needs like people to come in and fix it straight away for them to really, really challenge for the next couple of years. And because of COVID, obviously, Barcelona haven't got the money to do serious transfers. I know they have Pjanic coming in for Arthur, but I don't think one player can change.
But he's also older.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I don't think that one change can really change anything. But they're taking on Bayern, Ross. Bayern Munich have been just sensational.
They really have. One thing that I thought was quite telling is that Lewandowski was like left on after the game, was dead and buried. Scored another goal in the 80. He actually scored 2 and got 2 assists. Like I know I've been harping on about him saying he's the man for the Ballon d'Or, but I think he's an absolute phenomenal player, and he gives you everything from start to finish.
The way he plays is the way I think Ronaldo's trying to convert his game into that style. Like, he's 31 right now. He's 32 on the 21st of August. I think Lewandowski can play in that role for another 4 years at the very, very highest level, because all he needs to be is in the box and he'll score.
Yeah, he can score all types of goals as well. He can score with his head, score off both feet. I think he's the best goal scorer in the world right now, and that's why I favour Bayern Munich to win the Champions League, because I don't think there's ever been a team, and I include Real Madrid with Ronaldo, that they actually just play to this one person's strengths for the goals, and that's what Bayern Munich do, and that's what makes them such a threatening side. And no one's been able to nullify him as well.
Yeah, and then when I was looking at the way Benzema scored that goal against Man City, I was like, Lewandowski can definitely do that. So that's why I think he could be the kryptonite to Man City, if or when they go head to head. But that's obviously going to be the tie of the week. It's Barcelona are taking on Bayern. That's on Friday. But in the other two fixtures, Ross, RB Leipzig are taking on Atletico Madrid. Both teams were already qualified, and Atalanta are taking on PSG. So we'll go with the first game, Ross. It's on Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Atlanta are taking on PSG. What are you expecting here? One game. And where are we playing? In Portugal?
Oh, Portugal, sorry. The Europa League in Germany, isn't it?
Am I right there?
Yeah, no, you are right. Yeah, the Europa League is in Germany. I got them confused. Yeah, well, the big thing for Atalanta, you know what? People love to sort of write off Atalanta and say they haven't done that great, but Atalanta finished on 78 points in the Serie A this season. They finished third. So they're not just like having a good run in the Champions League and not backing it up elsewhere. Their biggest problem is that Joseph Illich, their main striker, went home to surprise his missus from holidays, and she was actually having an affair with someone else. Like, by the sounds of it, he caught her in bed with someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
she must be good looking now.
He doesn't look like he's going to play. He scored, I think, 20, 30 goals this season. So without him, I highly doubt Atalanta have a chance against PSG. PSG, especially with Mbappe and Neymar, Icardi, Di Maria, Verratti, Herrera, like, these players are top notch players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I really expect PSG to get the job done.
But you remember when PSG were playing Manchester United and they just took them for granted? Like, if they go into this game taking things for granted, they might.
But I don't think they're going to take them for granted, because they took the United game for granted because they already had the big lead. As opposed to this game, they have to win in 90 minutes. So I do favour PSG to get the job done. Out of all the games in the next leg, I'd favour PSG more than anyone.
So what score are you going here? Atlanta versus PSG at 8 o'clock on Wednesday.
I'm going to say PSG 3, Atlanta 1.
I'm going to go 3-0 to PSG, because their star player. Supposedly the guy that your man Illich's wife was doing a dirt on him with actually is a PSG fan. But
harsh, man, very harsh.
Very harsh, man, very harsh. But okay, so let us know who you think is going to qualify as well, because on Thursday, RB Leipzig are taking on Atletico Madrid. RB Leipzig, obviously without Werner. Atletico Madrid
have two players with the coronavirus.
Then what are you expecting here? Like,
well, Verasco, a right back, not starting right back because I think Trippier starts right back, and then Carrera, who's like an attacker, but I don't think he starts either. Both have coronavirus, but the rest of the squad was testing, they don't have the coronavirus. So I think the rest of the squad will travel without them. They're going to have but that has to be a factor going forward, that could happen to any player amongst any squad. You really want to bubble these players up and not let them leave anywhere. I fancy Atletico Madrid. Without Werner scoring the goals for Leipzig, I'd very much question whether they can do enough damage to beat Atletico Madrid. And Atletico Madrid are probably the most solid team defensively in the entire competition. I expect 1-0 win for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, I expected a low-scoring game. I'm going to go 2-0 for Atletico Madrid. Okay. Then, Ross, I know we were just touching on it there. Barcelona are taking on Bayern Munich, 8 o'clock on Friday. That's a nice old game to chill out and watch for the weekend.
Yeah, it really, really is. I think Bayern Munich will win 3-1. I think it'll be one of those games where it's sort of 2-1 to Bayern. Barcelona go gung-ho, and Bayern will catch them with a late third goal, and they'll seal the tie.
So you're on Bayern 3-1?
Yeah.
Here, tell me about this Bayern Munich team, Ross. What you like so much about it, and who really stands out?
I really just like the entire team. Obviously, in goal, they have Manuel Neuer, who's absolute staple of German football. Alphonso Davies, the left back from Canada, is absolutely lightning quick.
Isn't he? He is unreal.
He's one of the fastest people I've ever seen play football. David Alaba seems to be tucked in at centre half because of this guy at left back.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
Oh, he's a monster.
No,
Nicolas Sula is one of the
help.
best centre backs in Germany, and he's back from injury, so it'll be either him or Boateng playing alongside Alaba. Kimmich can play right back or defensive midfield. Leon Goretzka in midfield is a big unit, gets himself around. Thomas Muller, I think, has 25 assists this year. Serge Gnabry has really come on since he started getting his game for Bayern Munich. Kingsley Coman is a perennial winner. I think he has 9 trophies in like 7 seasons, maybe even more, or 9 league wins, I think, in 8 seasons, which is like, I don't even know how that's possible. And then
proper trophies, not like Charlie Shields, like
league trophies. And then Perisic been able to whip that ball into Lewandowski, and then Lewandowski, who I think is the best footballer in the world right now up front. I love that Bayern Munich team. I think they are the best team in the world.
Those players, how they just amass these players, and then they obviously have like Javi Martinez on the bench as well. They can play defense or centre mid. Like, this is just, and they're all men. They're big, like, brutes of humans.
They really are, and also the way I look at them is they're such a team, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even mention Thiago Alcantara, who looks like he might be on the way out, or Philip Coutinho, who's also sitting on the bench.
Yeah, Coutinho there as well. Yeah.
So they have players who can pull out. Although I don't know if Coutinho will be allowed to play against Barcelona. He's there alone.
We'll find out. I don't think he'd start anyway, because the way they started the team the other day looked like it didn't need to change.
But they don't really look like they play a 10, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. I'm going to go Bayern Munich 2-0 against Barcelona. There's just something. I know Messi was doing his magic there over the weekend, but these games are coming thick and fast, and I don't know if Messi is going to be able to like be bang, 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 bang. You know what I mean? I feel like he might blow his beans early. But Saturday then, Ross, 8 o'clock, Manchester City taking on Lyon.
Yeah, look, I think it might be a bit of a rougher game for Lyon. I do expect Man City to win this game. I'm going to say 2-0. If I look at Lyon's team, I think they're good. You know, your man Aurier, who I was talking about, Bruno in midfield as well. Not Bruno Fernandes, Brazilian Bruno. Memphis Depay. Your man Jason Denier looks quite good. I think he was at City before as well.
I think he was actually, yeah.
That Man City team, they're just going to get the job done. Kevin De Bruyne in midfield, he should be able to pull the strings against that Lyon team. David Silva is going to want to finish his career on a high. And I think Pep Guardiola wants to win this Champions League more than anything.
Yeah. This might sound pretty bad, but like, don't show his mum passed away there from coronavirus. Yeah, I think that like this might be like something that he's gonna do it for his mum or something, you know.
Yeah, but why not? Like, why not to use that as sort of your moment?
Yeah. I'm actually thinking Man City are going to win 2-0 against Lyon. Yeah. So then, like, the semi-finals then are on next Tuesday, the 18th of August, and next Wednesday, the 19th of August. So we'll be back again next Monday doing a preview of the semi-finals as well. But Ross, we obviously can't wrap things up before going into the Europa League fixtures, because today Inter Milan are taking on Bayer Leverkusen at 8 o'clock, and Man United are taking on Copenhagen at 8 o'clock. We both thought Inter Milan, Leverkusen, Man United will all qualify, and then we thought Istanbul will qualify, but Copenhagen beat them. So we may as well start off with Man United playing at 8 o'clock today. What are you expecting?
Solskjaer to put out his full strength team, and I expect Man United to win 2-0, I think, to be honest. I think goals for Martial and Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, I think they were actually terrible in the last game, but I'm going to go for United win here. Inter against Leverkusen? Okay. All right. We had like an internet issue there, but yeah. Okay, so Ross, Man U versus Copenhagen. What are you going for?
2-0, United, Bruno Fernandes and Anthony Martial.
Okay, I'm gonna go 3-0. It's easy. I can't just pick the same score. You know, what I mean, you have to give yourself more odds getting it right. Okay, Inter Milan are playing tonight against Leverkusen.
I think this one can go to extra time. You know that. I think it'll be 1-1, and I actually think Bayer Leverkusen are going to steal it. I think this is going to be Kai Havertz's coming out party, and he's going to steal the show for Bayer Leverkusen.
So you're saying 2-1?
2-1 after.
Okay, I'm gonna go 2-1 to Inter. All right, and then
splitting the votes there. Splitting the votes.
Yeah, then tomorrow's game, Shakhtar versus Basel, 8:00, which is Tuesday.
I like Shakhtar to win that one. I think I picked them to win the last game and they won very convincingly. So I think they'll get the job done again.
Score?
2-0 Shakhtar. Although they're notoriously known for bad travellers, and Basel's closer to Germany. But I'm still going to pick Shakhtar.
All right.
I'll give you all the reasons why Basel are going to win and then pick Shakhtar.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go 2-1 to Shakhtar. And then probably the fixture of the round, Ross, Wolves against Sevilla.
I'm going to say 2-1 to Sevilla just because they're the ultimate Europa League team. And their players still have that experience from winning those years past. I don't think their squad's changed that much. So I'm going to say 2-1 Sevilla, although I'm sort of hoping for Wolves to win. But I think as a Man United fan, I'd rather play Sevilla in the next round than Wolves.
Yeah. But I'm actually going to go for Wolves to win that as well. So,
your dark horses of the Europa League.
The dark horses of the Europa League, you're right. So those semi-finals then for the Europa League are on Sunday and Monday. So we'll be recording the day of the second semi-final of the Europa League. But Ross, that sort of wraps things up.
It does indeed.
Anything else to say?
No, just big shout out to my boy Robert Lewandowski. What a legend.
We've been growing away at this, man. You know, this is actually seriously grinding out. I can't wait to have a week off.
Next thing you know, the Premier League will be back.
Yeah, I know. Cheers to that.
Yeah, guys. So just make sure to like, share, subscribe, and as always,
stay energized.
Stay energized.